Good morning, everybody. I take a seat, and I am Arnold Buddenberg from Orange, and I'd like to introduce you my colleague Lucius from Deutsche Telekom and Bella from, she's from WeCloud, but she is also a liaison for us for China Telecom. So she represents China Telecom in this session.
Yeah, hi, my name is Lucius Grober. I came from German Telecom, so as Arnold just mentioned.
Hi, I'm Bella from WeCloud.
Okay, sit down. So what we try to do is, with this catalyst maximizing engagement with predictive customer journeys, is we try to apply the customer journey mechanism. And we use that for the changing role of the store in 2025. And maybe that role is changing at the moment already, but we look a bit forward to, okay, what is the role in 2025 and what kind of infrastructure, platform, IT do we need for that? So we address that from different points of view, and I like to ask Lucius to talk about from what is your need as customer from this in this role of the new store.
So as you see, the customer has a specific interest. He's online now, he's digital, but the current customer is not anymore really in the shop. So we want to leverage this, and I, as a customer, need no waiting queues. I don't need tickets for waiting and all these stuff. What I need is, I need invitation, I need relevance for my personal stories. I need that they are responsible for the actual questions the world is facing. So all of these things I like to be fulfilled. So I want to bring life into the intercities. So I like my cities, but I don't like only the standard shops in. So there is a need for some positive experience. So I want to have that. Must have a look whether I forgot something. So what I always like to has some special experience. So the shop has much more possibilities. We had this experience in Germany as well. So the shop has possibilities. So we can use it just for the catalysts, and not we can use it for our business. So the business question is much more important. So I would hand over to Arnold once again.
Yeah, from a shop manager point of view, we think we need to evaluate the shop. So I need to come a bit closer to the slide, otherwise I can't read it. So you can say my amount of visitors, what visit the shop on a daily basis, is going down. The average age of the visitors is moving up to 55 plus. And I'm missing out of the young people. And it's a huge amount of space I have in my shop for all kinds of different devices. But you have also that experience probably. You can look to them, but you cannot play with them. And the limited space of services. I don't have much desk space, so somehow I have to adapt. And how can I address this actually? Now, first of all, is the shop. I need to see that as an omni-channel, channels where the shop is one channel. Yeah, and in that one channel, I like to address the customer. But what is now unique in the shop? I can give the customer an experience, a live experience. What is different from a digital experience in all the other channels? So I need to probably enhance that and apply that. So adapting the store to host events, for example, and flexible to be supportive different events. In that direction, I need to find my solution. And when I'm talking about events, I like to leverage the brand with these events, maybe an educational aspect, a product development aspect, and create more conversions and finally acquisitions to the shop, because the sales function is not moving out of the shop. Also, is it handy to create an opportunity for B2B2C? So with partners, you create together the experiences. And and with that, I need to mobilize experiences so that I also attract younger people and not only the 55 plus. And the shops can help me in my recruitment. If I create events in a shop that young people enjoy, then they start maybe to think also, okay, this might be a nice partner to work for later on. So why is this now happening? I guess I took a wrong button. Thank you. Yes, and then my question to Bella from, how do you see as a change manager the solutions for the shop in the future?
Yeah, so from the change manager view, I think the first important thing is to attract more customers and visitors to come to our store and to activate the shop operator efficiency, eventually to increase the shop revenue. And secondly, we have to, enhance the customer experience by better understand and analyze the customer requirements and improve the journey. Thirdly, we need to include the third-party business, which means we need to extend the product catalog to the third party's product and service, and eventually build an ecosystem to realize the cross-selling. So how to achieve all these goals? I think first of all, we need to introduce a new retail mindset, which is integrating the both online and offline channels to attract more customers and visitors. Secondly, we have to leveraging the leading technologies such as big data and AI to renovate the traditional shops and evolve the shop into a data-driven platform that support customer identification and also the personalized marketing. So Lucius, could you tell us more about Store 2025?
Thank you. So what is the idea behind? So now going a little bit from this business perspective to a more technical perspective. So what do we need? It is more or less something like campaigning, but it is a little bit more because normal online campaigning just is in the digital media, not in the physical real store. So, but nevertheless, we need to attract people. We need to manage the events at the store, and it depends on the how big the stores are. We have flagship stores, we have small stores. We must adapt the type of the events to this situation, and of course we need to have an after-event communication. We want to generate prospects. We want to generate something depending on the goal of the event. Yeah. Now you see rather small, though I'm not happy about the small pictures of the store, but it is the most important part of the whole story. But there is something behind the scenes, and that is what I like to show here with a general architecture. It's more or less always we need the big data, but in this specific event, being a DSP, we have the operational data, we have the big data, so the data lake of our companies, and we can base our communication on this information. Then we need, of course, like every time in campaign management, we need some analytics to learn about our customer, about our clients. And then if we are in the omni-channel situation, inviting people to the shop, asking them to invite their friends, to bring a social moment. This is very important. A shop is a location where you can deal with not only with one client, you can do it with many. So let's say 10 friends are attending to a certain event, yeah, gaming, you name it, yeah. Then you have to have an online decisioning, real-time decisioning, because they are online. They use their mobiles, they use the web, they use chat functions and so on. So you must decide on this question and answer game in very short time. Therefore, the decisioning part is very necessary. Of course, we need communication functions, so we must be connected to WhatsApp, to Facebook, to Twitter, to you name it, yeah. And of course, we want to sell something. We want to bring something to the people. We need the standard functions of catalog, for media, for products. So we must provide these things. And then I came to the shop. There I need something like a fair equipment. I need speakers. I need video. I need all these things to bring the experience to the people, and there I need as well some order management thing and all these stuff. Orchestration is needed to orchestrate the overall story, and of course the touch point. And what is very important, so Arnold mentioned that we have as well B2B2C models, where we invite, for example, a gaming firm in the shop. I think about flagship shops. And this gaming firm offers a league event, a Profi league event. So they are visitors looking at Profi gamers. So we need to put them into the whole story, and therefore we need this partner onboarding story. Yeah. So that's more or less all what we need. So this is things behind the scenes. It's very huge, but I think here about a platform, about an ecosystem, and we can set up this in a step-by-step way. Now
Yeah.
I like to hand over as well to Arnold.
Yeah, talking about then the values what it can bring. So we're thinking in terms of improving relationship with the customer, to use the store in a different way, the space, and to build on the brand image. Yes, and I have here a couple of say pictures. And these pictures are actually real situations currently already. So if we create a long-term relationship with the customer and make events what connect to those customers. Yeah, important is that you can use your AI to select the right target group so that the experience what you deliver in the store is in context for the customer and is relevant for them. And say, for example, create new use cases collaborative. This is in Deutsche Telekom happening, where customers and say developers come together and they talk about new use cases. Yeah? Another way is to leverage gaming scenarios with preference recognition. So here you have customers who game, and you measure here what are actually the preferences of these individual customers to play. And from that information, you use then in your follow-up conversation. This is a thing from, okay, you can actually help customers, and maybe particularly the younger customers, to help to become interested in building a business and IT, and create an enthusiasm for that. And later on they feel, okay, you as a telco are maybe an interesting employer for them. So invent in the store, personalized offers is after the store. And personalized offers, you need to see that in conversations what you have with the customer. So that is important, transforming the new retail in immersive customer experience and extreme personalization, where in this personalization you have really to look to how to reduce the customer disappointments, how to reduce not realized customer opportunities, and to generate extra purchase value. These are key aspects to think about. From if you are not successful in managing that, then somehow you are losing out. So automated engagement on customer-specific communication channel is important. Implement a data-driven customer journey mechanism, and what enables cognitive customer intent. And this intent is important because you like to move the intent from a customer to a more need, so that the customer becomes aware of what they actually want. And then if you come up with an offer, you have a much better fit and a higher chance rate to sell that offer. And so if you don't do that, then I like to ask Bella from what is the proof in the pudding at China Telecom?
So WearCloud has worked with China Telecom to realize the digital store transformation. And in last 12 months, we have achieved that. We directly up to 30% traffic increase to the DSP shop event. And the sales volume gain all channels with the total increased sales revenue of 30%. Also, with the personalized experience, we increase the unit per transactions with up to 40%, and the shop revenue increased by 35%. Online sales increased with 27%. Also, this year, luckily, we got the Customer Centricity Award in TEM Forum. So, what if we don't do it? Current IT system, the capability is here. And with the digital transformation, our IT capability could be here. So if we don't do it, the cost of inaction is that we will lose this much of the potential revenue. So, Arnold?
Yep. So that can be a huge loss, in fact. You have to think in terms of missing out revenue. So in comparison with leakage revenue, is this missing out revenue, which you don't grab, in fact. But there is not talking about a new product. You can actually bring that money to you if you bring that customer experience. Yes, we did it in a collaborative approach with different companies. Now, first we have our, say, the champions, Orange, Deutsche Telekom, China Telecom, and Ncell, Nepal Cellular. And we did that then together with the participants, where we have Synchronos, was actually the company who did integrate all our different, say, steps from the customer journey from an IT point of view. And with that integration, you have the possibility to really organize at scale all the different journeys. Nomenza is the company who created I would say, the experience design, so the look and feel to the customer in all your digital engagements. And yes, Retail is the company who organized the events and managed the events and the participants in all the individual events who are coming to the store, as well, say, attracting the people and collecting some of the preferences of the people during the visit in the store. Comark is then the company who delivered the CRM and also the front ends on the different devices, what is then used for the conversation after the store event. During that conversation, you are building up a storyline and bring the customer to an endpoint. And that endpoint is then a business outcome, depending on how you define that. If we talk about sales, then the endpoint is, I want to buy that product. And WearCloud and STL are both the two companies who provided, say, the intelligence, the AI system, where in this project WearCloud focused on what happens before the event. So that is more the persona-based capability for the intelligence. And STL did the intelligence more for how can we make a smart conversation with the customer and move that conversation to that business outcome. And I'd like to thank you all the partners for collaborating with us as champions, and TM Forum for having this platform to work in this context. Thank you.
Thank you.